You close your eyes. The fire is dying. Outside, something moves in the dark, but you don't hear it. You're already asleep, and somewhere deep inside your skull, something extraordinary is happening. Your eyes are darting behind their lids. Your muscles have gone limp. Your body is completely paralyzed. But your brain is more active than it is right now, watching this video. The question is, what are you seeing? This is one of the oldest questions in science. We know where ancient humans slept. We've found the sites. We know what they ate. We've analyzed the bones. We know what scared them. We've seen the evidence. But their dreams? Those are gone. Or are they? Here's something nobody tells you. Dreaming is older than humanity. Way older. Scientists studying sleep across the animal kingdom found something remarkable. Both mammals and birds, species that split from a common ancestor hundreds of millions of years ago, both show the same sleep stage, the same eye movement, the same brain activation, the same paralyzed muscles. REM sleep, the dream stage. That means some version of dreaming existed before the first dinosaur walked the earth. It was already ancient when our ancestors climbed down from the trees. But it gets stranger. Scientists once worked with a group of chimpanzees trained in American Sign Language. They noticed something odd. While the chimps slept, their hands moved. They were making signs, signing in their sleep, dreaming, it seemed, about their day, about their conversations, about their lives. And then there are the rats. Neuroscientists recorded the exact brain pattern a rat used to run a maze. Then they waited. That night, while the rat slept, they watched its brain. The same pattern fired, in the exact same sequence. The rat was running the maze again. In its mind, if a rat dreams of a maze and a chimp dreams of conversation, what did a human dream of? When the world was still young and terrifying. A Finnish neuroscientist named Antti Revonsuo spent years analyzing thousands of dream reports from around the world. He noticed a pattern. People don't dream in proportions. They dream in distortions. In real life, most of your day is mundane. You eat, you sit, you talk. But in your dreams, you are chased. You fall. You are attacked. Revonsuo called this the threat simulation theory. His argument, dreaming didn't evolve to entertain us. It evolved to train us. Think about what our ancestors faced every single night. No walls, no locks. Cave lions that weighed over 400 kilograms moved through the same darkness they slept in. Short-faced bears could outrun a horse. Giant hyenas hunted in coordinated packs. An ancient human who could rehearse survival, who could practice running, hiding, fighting in the safety of sleep. That human woke up better prepared. Over hundreds of thousands of years, that advantage compounds. The good dreamers survived. We are their descendants. Every nightmare you've ever had, it was your brain doing exactly what it was built to do. But that tells us what function dreams served. It doesn't tell us what ancient humans actually saw. What images filled their sleeping minds. To answer that, we need to look at people who still live the way they did. There are still people on Earth whose lives most closely resemble those of our Stone Age ancestors. The Hadza of Tanzania, the Bayaka of the Congo. Scientists sat with these communities and collected their dreams. The results were striking. They dreamed about the hunt, the chase, the kill, the journey back to camp with food for everyone. They dreamed about the animals, not just as prey, but as presences, powerful, significant, almost sacred. They dreamed about getting lost, about floods, about falling, about predators. But here's what surprised the researchers. In most of these threatening dreams, help arrived. Someone from the village came. A friend found them. The community saved them. Not alone, not through individual heroics, together. The same social bonds that kept them alive during the day were being rehearsed and reinforced every single night. Their dreams weren't just survival simulations, they were community rituals, played out in the mind while the body lay still. But some ancient humans took their dreams somewhere darker. Literally, deep in the mountains of southern France and northern Spain, there are caves. You have to crawl to reach some of them. No light reaches this far. The silence is total. And on the walls, paintings, animals charging, hands pressed into stone, figures that are half human, half beast. Some of these paintings are 40,000 years old. For decades, researchers asked, why here? Why crawl into the deepest, most terrifying parts of the earth and paint? A cognitive archaeologist named David Lewis Williams offered a controversial answer. They weren't just painting, they were recording what they saw. Lewis Williams proposed that these artists entered altered states, trances, dreams, visionary experiences, and projected what they saw onto the rock walls. The cave walls weren't canvases, they were windows, and new research has added a startling physical explanation. Deep in those caves, torches burning in low-oxygen tunnels may have caused something called hypoxia, oxygen deprivation, the same state that modern climbers report at altitude, euphoria, vivid hallucinations, a sense of leaving the body. Whether it was trance, dream, or hypoxia, those ancient artists went somewhere else, and they tried to bring it back. Now, this theory is controversial. Other archaeologists disagree, but what's undeniable is this. Those people were deeply interested in the boundary between sleep and waking, between this world and another one. By the time humans developed writing, their dreams were already organized. In ancient Mesopotamia, one of the world's first civilizations, professional dream interpreters called Baru worked in royal courts. They had books, catalogs. If you dream of a black raven, wealth is coming. If you dream of a snake eating your arm, danger approaches. In ancient Egypt, the papyrus Chester Beatty III, dated to approximately 1350 BCE, did something even more remarkable. It didn't just interpret bad dreams, it included a spell, a spoken incantation to undo the harm of a nightmare before it manifested in waking life. These people weren't superstitious fools. They were grappling with the same reality we grapple with today. The mind does something strange at night, and we still don't fully understand it. Here's what the science actually tells us. Right now, tonight, when you fall asleep, your brain will run ancient programs, the same programs that ran in a cave, in a hide shelter, beside a fire that was slowly dying. If you dream of being chased, that's your predator avoidance system activating. The pursuer in your dream might be a deadline, a person, a fear. But the program is 100,000 years old. If you dream of falling, that's your threat response system simulating the loss of safety. No cliff involved, same ancient fear. And buried somewhere in your genome, scientists have found it, are gene variants from Neanderthals. Variants that control your circadian rhythm. Variants that may make you a morning person, passed down from ancestors who lived in the ice and needed to be alert at dawn. You are not just dreaming, you are inheriting Every night, you receive the fears, the rehearsals, the survival patterns of every human who came before you. The ones who were chased, the ones who hunted, the ones who painted their visions on a cave wall because they had no other way to say, I was here, I saw something, and I needed you to know. What did ancient humans dream about? Probably the same things you do. The predators just had different names, and every night, without fail, it still does.